everyone, Voodoo here, and while beta isn't officially out, at least not at the time of me recording this, what we do have is data mined tier sets for both Havoc and Vengeance for Season 1 of the War Within. So we're going to get over that and just go through it without any further delay. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's take a peek at them. Alright, so I guess here we are. Without further ado, here are the Demon Hunter tier sets for Season 1 of the War Within. This is for Narbar Palace. Our thing is called the Husk of the Hypogeal Nemesis. Now, Hypogeal is a word for things that live underground or that burrow primarily as their mode of living, so fossorial or cave dwelling thing. So makes sense, you know, it's kind of like a demonic spider thing. I think there are demons that kind of look like this, kind of spidery that it's based on, so it makes sense. But let's get on to the talents, I guess. So 2-piece for Havoc, Blade Dance deals 20% increased damage. 4-piece for Havoc, Chaos Strike deals 20% increased damage and has a 25% chance to reset the cooldown of Blade Dance. So right away, yeah, they're boring. That was kind of expected. People who played in Season 1 of Dragonflight know we got pretty boring tier sets there because of the introduction of the talent trees. So what they're doing here is another set of pretty boring talents or tier sets or whatever, because they're introducing hero talent trees, right? It's a bit of a way to test the water, a bit of a way to make sure everything's working out as it should. So no one should be that surprised here. This is one of those things that's going to be sneakily powerful, I think, specifically in single target, not as much in AoE because Blade Dance doesn't really do much AoE damage to begin with. But 20% on Blade Dance and Chaos Strike is a lot of damage. That's going to be most of the stuff we're using for damage. Both of the tier sets boost these hero talents boost these things, so it's kind of agnostic there. It is build agnostic, but I do think this will push us towards a bit of a cycle SD kind of play style. I think Felskar does that already. I could see Eldrachi doing that as well because you just get more of them. Essentially, this is just 20% increased damage on most of our damage. I'd say like 30% of our damage. So that's a pretty sizable increase. And then of course, Chaos Strike having a 25% chance to reset the cooldown of Blade Dance. That's a pretty sizable chance. I don't know if it's RPPM. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it procs per minute. I don't know if it's just flat 25%. We don't know how that proc will work. But you'll get extra Blade Dances pretty often, which I guess will increase the AoE of Blade Dance to begin with. Which is interesting there, I guess. So I guess there actually is a little bit of AoE components to it here. Now, this does kind of have anti-synergy. Well, not anti-synergy. I guess you amp more with Essence Break. If you can end up getting 2 Death Sweeps in your Essence Breaks, that's going to be crazy good. Otherwise, just being in demonic form and just getting resets of Blade Dance will feel great. So I do think this is boring, but I actually think that the resets of Blade Dance will feel pretty fun. This is a bit of a play on our big moment tier set, which we'll get on in a second, but pretty fun stuff here. Boring, obviously, kind of agnostic to all the builds, but RNG resets on our strongest ability can feel bad, but I think when it's something as fun to push as Blade Dance, right? People love pushing Blade Dance now. I think it will end up being pretty cool. So the tier set it was based on, or kind of a meme towards, was our original 9.2 tier set. So let me just full screen again here. So before it was changed to the meta stuff, making meta 3 minutes and just increasing our damage. What it was Blade Dance and Death Sweep increased 20% damage, and then every 5th Blade Dance or Death Sweep refunds its cooldown and cost, and casting that Blade Dance has a 15% chance to also refund its own cooldown and cost. So this was kind of a bit of a meme towards getting your big moment, because we were complaining about the tier set because at this point in time we never used Blade Dance, and they gave us a tier set that wanted us to push it, and they talked about how basically we complained, we're like, hey, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, and then the only change we got was them changing it so that there's a tracker so you could tell when your big moment was happening. They called the reset a big moment. So with this new tier set here, you'll be getting a lot of big moments. Build agnostic, might push more towards cycle and SD. We'll see, but I don't know, it's fine. For a boring tier set, it's okay. For Vengeance, Soul Cleave deals 15% increased damage and has a 35% chance to shatter 1 Lethal Soul Fragment from a target it hits. No idea if this scales in AoE. No idea if this is 35% chance per use or per target. It hits 5 targets, so if that's per target, you're going to get a lot of them. If it's per use, 35% flat. Then consuming a soul fragment increases the damage and healing of your next spell dev by 2% up to 30%. So this again, pretty build agnostic. You get more soul fragments, which feeds into more Eldrachi Reaver glaives. Obviously, more soul fragments from that tree will increase the damage of your next Fel Dev. But on top of that, you also, for the other tree, are getting empowered Soul Cleave, which will stack with this damage bonus, and you're also getting empowered Fel Devastation, which will stack with this damage bonus. So again, pretty good at being hero tree agnostic. Might lean a little bit more towards Eldrachi, which I think is a little bad, because I think Vengeance really would love to be Belscard, at least for M+. I think Raid single target Eldrachi is looking fine for them after the changes, but you know. I think again this is pretty good. It's kind of boring. You can really ramp up to another big moment here. I think this will feel pretty good having really juicy Fel Devastations. It'll give you a lot of healing, give you a lot of damage. Same with this one here. Now again, you don't really use Soul Cleave in AoE, so I think this is a bit of a downer, but it does help in like 5 target on single target to get just more souls, which is where Vengeance is obviously its weakest, right? Vengeance is very strong in those big pulls with lots of things happening, lots of souls being generated already, so it didn't really need a bit of as much of a boost there, but a little bit of a passive bonus damage to Soul Cleave might help it out a bit. And it also will be better in Raid. And then this is obviously just pretty fun and will be good in both Mythic Plus and Raid. So pretty good. There is a bit of a downside where there's no Spirit Bomb directly mentioned because Felskar does have Spirit Bomb empowered, which you will be using. There is some synergy with it, obviously, because you're getting Soul Fragments from this, and then you also want to consume Soul Fragments for the 4-piece, so there's a bit of a synergy there. But meh, you know, they're disappointing. They're cool. They're just kind of like basic little passive effects. There's nothing crazy. I haven't looked through the rest of them. I might do a video ranking them at some point. We'll see. But I don't know. Pretty fun. I think the resets will be fun. I think ramping up to Big Fel Devastation will feel pretty good. So on first reaction, no sims, no deeper talent tree drives. I think they're pretty solid. So with that, we'll end it off here. Hopefully beta is going to be up soonish, and I can have some more videos for y'all. Hopefully I'll be streaming tonight as well. Hopefully some beta during that. If not, beta tomorrow stream. But yeah, so let me know what you think of the tier sets. They're chill. I don't know, nothing too crazy. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the War Within. A big thank you to all of my channel members. Thank you Sky Elk, Andrew Keenel, 100,001 Zans, Brad Wisniak, Felfa Darren Dark Terror, and Magic Man 133. Thank you all so much. If you want to help support me and help fund the channels and the videos, follow the link in the description to become a channel member and get some cool perks in the process. Again, thank you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.